Hello everybody and welcome to another Sandcraft DIY. Today we're going to be installing a Driveline carrier bearing combination on a Turbo S 4-seat. First thing we're going to do is remove the clutch ducting and clutch cover. All right, so our next step is we're going to remove the two mounting nuts to the bottom of the engine mount on the driver's side here. And we're going to raise the driver's side of the engine to create clearance underneath the clutch cover. So once we remove the rear driveline bolts, the back half is going to slide out over the radius rods once we raise the back of the vehicle. My preferred method to raise an engine is using a strap around the engine tube, because you never want to put anything on the engine oil pan. It's only designed to contain oil, so it's very simple to puncture. I just lace my strap through the mount, up over the shock body, give her a few cranks. And that gives us plenty of clearance. So now we're going to go and raise the vehicle up off of the ground, even though it's only a necessity to have the rear tires off of the ground so that you can rotate them to get the driveline to rotate at the same time. So you will have to access hardware. Other than that, you don't need a lift. You can do it with a floor jack in your own garage and creeper. To gain access to all of the fasteners, we are going to have to remove skid plates front to back. Now that we have the undercarriage exposed, we're going to start at the back of the vehicle by loosening the 4-bolt flange back here with a 6mm Allen. I've mildly modified mine to make life easier. The thing is, to gain access to these bolts, you will have to rotate the driveline, and that is why we have the rear tires off of the ground. Rather than getting too busy in here with tools, what I like to do is reach up, lock the transmission in park. I can loosen all of my fasteners, move the transmission back to neutral, and rotate and gain access to the others. Now that the 4-bolt flange right back here is loose, we're going to go ahead and remove the two T40 bolts that hold the safety hoop in place. We are going to be reusing this hardware, and note that the feet point forward. All right, now that our safety hoop is removed, we can go ahead and remove the driveline out of the rear of the vehicle. With the back half of the driveline out, we can proceed with removing the scatter guard. It's held on with a 10mm bolt in the back and two 15mm up on front. But what we're going to do to gain access is remove a 10mm from the intercooler bracket, and that'll give us a lot of playing room. All right, so now what we're going to do is remove the factory mounting bolts for the carrier bearing. There's one on the passenger side just inside of here, one on the driver's side just inside of here. They're 15mm bolts. I like to gain access through the sides over here. You can also remove the center console and access them from the top. With the rear mounting and front mounting screws out, our intercooler bracket out of the way, we can just slide the scatter guard forward and bring it down and out to the driver's side. Now that the scatter guard and the carrier bearing mounting hardware is removed, up front here, we can go and remove this roll pin by driving it through and disengage the drive shaft from the front differential, and we can squeeze the drive line out from there. With the front of the drive line disengaged from the differential, we can now remove the drive line out through the middle and down of the vehicle. Now that we've unboxed our new Sandcraft driveline, we'll see it comes with an installation kit of a through bolt for the differential pinion yoke, new 4-bolt flange hardware, thread locker that will cover locations, and a fully installed carrier bearing. Let's get started on preparation. Now we're going to prepare our scatter guard by drilling a 3/4 inch hole to gain access to the Zerk fitting or grease whip. First step to preparing the carrier bearing is removing all of the loose hardware. The first step to reinstalling the driveline combination is putting the scatter guard into place. We're going to loosely install the front two and then install the rear mounting bolt to the scatter guard and tighten it down in place. Now that we have the rear tied down, we can go ahead and reinstall our intercooler line bracket bolt. All right, now that we have our two mounting bolts loosely installed, the rear of the scatter guard tightened down, our intercooler line tightened down, we're going to start with the bearing support bracket nuts. With the dot facing forward, the front of the vehicle, we're going to install them into their pockets over here. And the one on the passenger side over here. Dots still remaining facing forward. Now we're going to install the bearing support bracket. I'm going to drop the driver's side down into the frame. And then the passenger side. So now I'm going to lift the bearing support bracket to tuck the grommet bushings onto the factory weld nuts. Just going to use a little piece of packaging material to hold it in place. With a support bracket loosely in place, I'm going to use my 8mm socket to lift on the nut from the bottom, keeping the dot facing the front of the vehicle without rotating it, and tighten the bolt from the top down. Now we're going to do the same on the passenger side. Keeping the dot facing forward. Now that we have the scatter guard and bearing support bracket in place of the vehicle, we have options. We can either go ahead and throw a couple pumps of grease into the bearing, or we can remove the Zerk in preparation for installing the whip at another time after the driveline is completely installed. Also, for ease of installment, I've highlighted the master spline here, so when I engage the rear half, everything will go smooth. We're going to install the front half driveline up through the middle of the vehicle with the carrier bearing installed. And bring it to position to engage the front. As we go to engage the front yoke, we just want to make sure that the through bolt holes are lined up. Get a little bit of spline. I'm picking up on the back of the driveline. And we bring her forward. Now we're ready to install our through bolt. All metal lock nut. Now using an 1/8 inch Allen, I'm going to back out the set screws about halfway. Put a little blue thread locker on. Snug it. Flip 180. Lock it down. Now that we have the front engaged to the differential and the through bolt trapping the distance, we're going to start on the passenger side of the vehicle where there's a little relief that lets the carrier bearing sit off to the driver or passenger side a little bit. So we're going to start by setting the washer in from the top, collecting it with our M6 mounting bolt, and then start this side, leaving it a little loose. And now the driver. The carrier bearing is securely mounted to the base, so now we will install the back half of the drive shaft. Slide. So now I'm going to engage the middle stub. I have my master spline set at 6 o'clock, just straight down, kind of makes it simple. What I'm going to do is engage the slip all the way, and then we'll slide the driveline back to engage the 4-bolt. Now we're going to engage the 4-bolt flange and install the new flange bolts provided in this installation kit, and add thread locker to these bolts. We just did the final torque on the 4-bolt flange. Now it's time to reinstall the safety hoop. We suggest this does make it back on the vehicle. Just before we go and reinstall the skid plates and belly pans, it's a good time to go back and double check all of your work. Rotate the drive line, just inspect, make sure you don't have to go back. Now it's time to bring the tires back to the ground. Now back on the ground, we're going to go ahead and set the engine down, lining the 2 studs up with the tabs, and then we'll attach the 2 13mm bolts. All right, now we're about to wrap this up, a quick belt inspection, reinstall our clutch cover, and we're on our way. And that wraps up the Sandcraft Driveline carrier bearing combo. Make sure you throw a couple of pumps at it every time you change your oil, and enjoy the ride.